It's time now to answer some of your business questions about marketing. The first one comes from the owner of a salon and spa equipment company.
How do you know how much to spend on sales and marketing in a small business? And the second part of the question is, how do you know if you're getting the right return on the dollars that you spend?
It's an interesting question because you can't always figure out what your return on marketing is. How do you put these numbers together?
Well, you know, in terms of the first question, which is how much to spend on marketing, you know, you've got to look at your own budget. You know, how much money do you have to spare, you know, outside of operations, first of all. But the second part of the question is much more important, which is how do you know if you're getting the right return? So, you know, you have to look at the cost of whatever your marketing vehicle is and then figure out, you know, how many leads is it generating, how many sales is it actually leading to, and does the contribution or gross margin on your product actually justify that investment.
But you know, that's hard to do. So this person's probably not putting out a television commercial, but let's just say you do, and it's not to a special website or a special phone number. You don't know how many people are coming because of that commercial.
Well, I always tell people don't run any advertising you can't hold accountable. I mean, because I just think that can become a real problem.
Which is why the web is so brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. But there are lots of things you can do. There are phone numbers that can be tracked. I mean, there are lots of ways to really track. I'd like to go back and address that first, you know, part two, though, about the percentage, because there are a lot of textbooks out there that we are exposing our children to that will suggest marketing should be 10% of, you know, and that's the part that, you know, I think you can't do a number like that. It's got to be, what does it cost you to get a lead, and are you making a profit on that when you close the deal?
Right, the return on investment. And I agree. I mean, I think that, you know, making efficient use of promotional codes and other tracking advices really makes it easy for you. Is vital to do.
Kind of the only way to do it if you're going to track it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This comes from Caroline, and she writes, I've started a home cleaning business. I pass out business cards, a flyer, and I've done a display in a bank, but I am not getting any calls. Can you help me with some information on what else I should be doing? John?
Well, that's one of those perfect businesses where her customers, hopefully they're happy, would probably be, you know, thrilled to share what she does. And I would find some ways to really incentivize them, or at least educate them on ways that they might pass on, you know, maybe even a coupon or something for a free cleaning or something to their friends.
Would you do something like that?
Yeah, I really would, because I think that is definitely one of those word-of-mouth kind of businesses. This person's going to come into your home, and you want a friend to be telling you that.
But I would say maybe, and you tell me what you think, more than, here, give this to your friend for free cleaning. Right. If your friend gets a cleaning, then you get a free cleaning.
I mean, that's what I was thinking, is that, you know, she's really got to figure out what her target market is, and to hopefully generate some word-of-mouth advertising would be great, right? So existing clients maybe get a discount if another person buys a package. Also, right now, a lot of housekeeping services, which could be considered a commodity business, are focusing on ways to differentiate themselves from the competition, like, for example, using all green or natural cleaning products, or maybe having a website where you could buy a package of products online. Might be helpful to get her name out there.
Okay, let's go to the next question. This is about social networking sites like Facebook and LinkedIn.
What are the benefits, and can business really have a blog and it really doesn't cost any money? They say that it's free, but is it really free? Because there's a lot of administration, a lot of time involved.
Well, she's talking about two things. You know, Facebook, free. Yeah. I can tell you that. I always have questions about blogs, because I've had a lot of people come on and say, you should definitely blog, but I mean, then you need to be writing something interesting so that people read it. I'd love to hear what your take is.
Well, I firmly believe every business should have a blog, but that's not because people are waking up, getting their coffee and saying, I'm going to go read John's blog. It's because thousands, millions of people go on every day and are searching for answers to problems they have, or even in their community. And blog content, or frequently updated content, is what's showing up in those search engines. So it's absolutely the best way to be found. Sure, there's an investment of time.
Yeah, I was about to say, so at that point then, it's not free, because it's either taking your time or an employee's time.
I mean, it's not absolutely free, but compared to trying to get a spot on TV or radio, you know, there's a huge advantage there. So it's the opportunity cost of your time. But like John was saying, it's very important to have your own blog, and to also, you know, get mentions in other people's blogs, have linkable, searchable content to help, you know, optimize where you're going to come up in the Google search.
Okay, let's move on to the last one. This is a question from the owner of a company that focuses on online marketing for spas.
We are a high-tech company that is involved in the spa industry, which is not a very high-tech industry. And so we struggle all the time with our marketing messages. Should we take our message and make it look more like the industry, or should we really lean into our technology and really stand out from the graphics that we all see within the spa industry all the time?
This is so interesting because probably once he gets the meeting, he can sell it. But how does he present himself to get the meeting?
Well, the key to this question was when he said, should we look like everybody else? I mean, that to me, absolutely not. I think your goal as a small business owner, the world believes, your prospect world believes that one spa company is like another, and you've absolutely got to show them why you are different.
I guess, but should you look like the industry you're targeting? Not like another industry who's doing what you're doing, but should his material have spa-ish?
Yeah, I mean, I think he definitely has to understand the industry that he's catering to, and he has to understand, the vibe of his customers. But since he is providing a technology service, it is important for him as well to show them, why he's bringing some technological expertise that they don't have in a way that makes them feel comfortable and not overwhelmed.
All right, thank you so much for all this advice. This was great. We're going to have you guys back later on for the elevator pitch. And as you know, all of these questions came from our viewers. So if any of you out there have a question for our experts, just head to our website. You can now submit your questions by clicking on the Contact Us link. And while you're on the site, you can view this segment and other portions of our show. You'll also find web-exclusive content and videos with more information to help you grow your business. All the information and the advice to help you run your small business is at yourbusiness.msnbc.com.